A growing concern is emerging within Zimbabwe's health sector, where authorities say drug and substance abuse is beginning to affect the very professionals entrusted with saving lives. Here in Harare, the Health Service Commission is leading urgent discussions to confront the problem and protect both health workers and patients.
As the Health Service Commission, we are the custodians of the health workforce in Zimbabwe, numbering to up to 52,000 workers. And the health service workers are part of the community. And as we realize there is a big problem of alcohol and substance abuse within the community. And these are issues that are also coming to the Health Service Commission as disciplinary matters when members of the health service are noted to be abusing substances or alcohol in the workplace.
The Health Professions Authority, which brings together 8 professional councils, says cases of substance abuse are being recorded across the board.
We do have a challenge of drug and substance abuse that is ongoing, and we commend the efforts that have been taken up by the Health Service Commission to come up with a coordinated approach that covers all the practitioners in terms of the regulators to see how best we can standardize our efforts and our initiatives that we put in place to curb this and try and mitigate this. In terms of the extent of the problem, yes, definitely it is there. There have been reports across all the councils of substance abuse, and the councils are dealing with them in different ways, where they have health committees and other protocols that they follow. But one of the key issues is to now come up with something that is standardized, which is what we're here for.
With Zimbabwe already battling widespread drug and substance abuse, the health sector is now turning inward, pushing for prevention, early intervention and support systems to safeguard both its workforce and the patients they serve. Abigail Tembo, ZBC News, Harare.
Remember, for these and other stories, you can log on to our website www.zbcnews.co.zw, and you can also interact with us on social media.
You can do that because we're live as well on our X handle, Facebook page, as well as YouTube, or under the banner ZBC News Online.
And still ahead on the main news, India and Zimbabwe forge stronger trade ties in order to boost economic growth.
And there is drama in sports because the SRC has suspended Aquatics officials for 5 years amid prolonged conflict. Well, the main news takes a short break. Stay with us.
Every day, millions of moments travel through the air. A call home, a payment made, a lesson learned, a life saved. But behind each moment is something steady, something quiet, unseen, unshaken, powering connection, supporting lives. This is Econet Infraco, Zimbabwe's largest private infrastructure group, comprising towers, power, and real estate. We build and operate the essential systems that hold the country together with scale, certainty, and purpose. We bring together 3 powerful engines of progress under one roof. Towers that carry the signal, clean energy that keeps it alive, and foundations that hold it all in one place. Because behind every connection, every transaction, every step forward, there's a quiet force. Econet Infraco, built for resilience, designed for growth.
Every day, Africa's financial institutions protect something priceless: trust. Trust to move money safely, keep economies running, and support customers whenever they need it. But the landscape is shifting. Security threats are rising, regulations are tougher, and customers' expectations are higher. downtime is simply not an option. That's why financial institutions need infrastructure that is secure, resilient, and built to scale. Liquid Intelligent Technologies powers Africa's financial sector to operate safely, efficiently, and without interruption. From branches to data centers and the cloud, we deliver mission-critical connectivity with 24/7 operations that detect threats early. With world-class data centers and continent-wide disaster recovery, Liquid keeps services online at all times. Our network drives fast, secure transactions so banks and fintechs can serve customers instantly. We built the digital foundation for Africa's financial future.
The Zimbabwe International Trade Fair 2026 is here. It's Zimbabwe's premium platform for trade, innovation, and building global connections. For more than half a century, the ZITF show has been at the heart of innovation and integration of ideas behind Zimbabwe's industrialization and economic growth. At ZITF 2026, we take this a step further, positioning local, regional, and international businesses for global integration, driving Zimbabwe and Africa's transformation. Be a part of the journey to unlocking local, continental, and global opportunities at ZITF 2026 from the 20th to the 25th of April 2026 in Bulawayo. Register today and unleash your business growth. ZITF 2026, Connected Economies, Competitive Industries.
The Ministry of Tourism and Hospitality Industry and the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority are excited to launch the Nakayedu Ilifaletu, Our Heritage campaign at the Paradzano Cultural Village and will be broadcast live on Friday the 27th of March 2026 from 1900 hours. This is a nationwide call to every Zimbabwean to celebrate, preserve and promote our cultures, languages, arts and stories. This domestic tourism drive rekindles pride in our roots by showcasing living heritage through festivals, heritage sites, music, dance, gastronomy and crafts. Educating young and old about our history and strengthening national identity. By safeguarding cultural practices and traditions, we ensure they endure for future generations, foster unity across communities, and create a unique selling point that attracts visitors, creates jobs, and boosts the economy. Our heritage defines our brand, distinguishes us on the world stage, and unlocks limitless potential for national growth. Zimbabwe, Inakayedu, Ilifaletu. Our heritage, this is us. Experience Zimbabwe. Zimbo. No choice but to call it beautiful.
The Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable D. Garwe, Deputy Ministers, Honorable Engineer B. Kabikira, and Honorable A.T. Mavunga, the Permanent Secretary, Dr. J. Basera, Management and Staff, join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, the Mpamawonde family, and the nation at large in mourning the passing of Comrade Elson Mupamawonde, a distinguished veteran of the liberation struggle. Comrade Mupamawonde, a war veteran and commander in the Zimbabwe People's Revolutionary Army, ZIPRA, will be remembered for his unwavering commitment and immense contributions to the liberation of Zimbabwe. Following the attainment of independence in 1980, he remained devoted to national development, serving with dedication and integrity in various capacities, and contributing meaningfully to peace, unity, and nation building. He specialized in military training in Tanzania and artillery training in the former Soviet Union, playing a significant role in strengthening the conventional military capabilities of ZIPRA forces. His expertise and leadership were instrumental in enhancing the operational effectiveness of the liberation forces during the struggle. Comrade Mupamawonde's life stands as a testament to patriotism, sacrifice, and an enduring commitment to Zimbabwe's sovereignty. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Some things don't arrive, they've always been. Not for a day, for all of time. Until quietly something shifts, moving from someday to now. Women are not honored in time, they are woven through it. shaping every story, every voice, every breath. We are because she is, and because tomorrow they will be.
Welcome back. You're still watching the main news. Now, the Chinese government has pledged $7 million to support Zimbabwe in accelerating the implementation of the recently launched artificial intelligence strategy. Now, this initiative is expected to be a key enabler to national development.
The launch of the artificial intelligence strategy about a fortnight ago marked a new era in Zimbabwe's digital transformation in order to align the economy with modern industrialization trends. In a shot in the arm to the adoption of that strategy, the Chinese government pledged more than $7 million towards the establishment of digital infrastructure. The Minister of ICT, Post and Courier Services, Honorable Tatenda Mawetera, met with the Chinese ambassador to Zimbabwe, where he pledged that support.
AI is a game changer. I think Zimbabwe has a chance to leapfrog its development stage if they, further utilize this chance, this AI technology. China would like to participate in the AI infrastructure building, the capacity building, and also to foster more AI talents for Zimbabwe.
The Minister of ICT, Post and Courier Services, Honorable Tatenda Mawetera, said this is a demonstration of true friendship between the two countries.
Within our AI strategy, we have a pillar. One of the pillars speaks into AI collaboration and diplomacy. Within that strategy, we have also said we need to also learn from other AI sprinter nations, where we can be able to look at what they've done and we collaborate. We are so grateful that China is our all-weather friend, and we know very well the capacity that they possess in terms of AI development.
Government over the last few years has come up with several schemes aimed at bridging the digital divide, including the Digital Ambassador Skills Program and the launch of the Artificial Intelligence Strategy. We will see the country getting elevated into an advanced era of digital transformation. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
The government is expected to roll out the integrated electronic case management system to 2 additional provinces by the end of July. This brings the total number of provinces that are implementing the system to 6.
In May 2022, Zimbabwe introduced the integrated electronic case management system to digitize court processes, enable online filing and virtual hearings. Since its inception, the system has dramatically scaled down the case backlog, and in July last year, the Judicial Service Commission rolled out the system to the Magistrates Court. To date, up to 4 provinces have already benefited, with 2 more expected to benefit by the end of July. Now, this was said by the Chief Magistrate, Mrs. Wongai Guriro, following the swearing-in of magistrates at the Harare Magistrates Court this Wednesday.
We are implementing the IECMS in the Magistrate Court. So far, we have done that in 4 provinces, and we are due to launch in 2 provinces on the 1st of July. We are launching in Manicaland and in Mashonaland East provinces. We're doing it in a phased approach because of the modalities that are involved. So currently, the preparations which are there is training of staff, capacitating stations to have what we call e-filing centers, where the public will be able to come and get help.
The Chief Magistrate, Mrs. Guriro, also highlighted how the Judicial Service Commission's court decentralization agenda has enabled access to justice for citizens located in remote areas. This is in line with the government's agenda of leaving no one and no place behind.
The Commission of late is on a deliberate approach to decentralize to the extent that as at the 1st of January this year, Nembudzia was gazetted as a resident court, and it started operating as that. So we continue to identify such courts where we operate them so that they function as full courts.
13 males and 4 females were sworn in as magistrates and will be deployed across the country. And as part of its monitoring and evaluation, the JSC has given them a monthly target of 60 cases per magistrate in order to deal with the influx of cases. Panashe Nagoli, ZBC News, Harare.
From that report by Panashe Nagoli, we go elsewhere where participants of a high-level dialogue held in Harare have reached a consensus that there is need for African nations to redefine their roles in a rapidly evolving global order to achieve national and continental sovereignty.
The University of Zimbabwe this Tuesday hosted a debate under the theme Strategic Sovereignty, Balancing Africa's Interest with the Geopolitical Shifts. A debate that attracted the attention of the academia, captains of industry, diplomats, as well as government officials.
At the Judicial School of Ideology, we're decolonizing the mindset. You know, everything lies in our minds. The way we perceive things, how we believe Western hegemony, how we believe Western culture, you know, that kind of mindset. We can't attain the strategic sovereignty as Africa if we still have those colonial mindsets.
So it's very important here to focus on capital. If you don't have capital in your country, you can have all the ideas in the world. It means nothing. I'm glad that the Second Republic of President Idi Mnangagwa is focused on the attraction of capital, because this slavery, colonialism, all those things came from the fact that when Europe jumped to industrialization and produced the excess capital, Africa remained behind. So the technological gap became too wide.
The discussions were structured around critical pillars deemed essential for maintaining national and continental autonomy in the wake of the current geopolitical shifts and changing global order.
Tanzania, being the bridge for the SADC and Eastern, it connects almost a half of the African. So by so doing, if all the African countries we stand together and have a single voice, it means that our sovereignty as a bloc will not be relying on outsiders. We will have our own say to our own programs, our own decision, and our own policies.
The first layer is to think about the architecture of information from continental level, from AU level, at regional level, at SADC level, and at national level. What is the architecture like? Then you look at the infrastructure that you need for that information sovereignty. So you're talking about your data centers.
UZ Vice Chancellor Professor Paul Mapfumo emphasized the role of academic institutions in providing the intellectual framework for national and continental autonomy.
In order to aid decision-making at different levels, from households to global organizations, we need evidence. The world today is about data, is about evidence. When you have evidence, you make correct decisions. That said, it's a challenge to universities to begin to discuss things that matter, things that are relevant to national development.
The high-level dialogue was motivated by the need to analyze the current geopolitical shifts and articulate Africa's pursuit of strategic sovereignty. John Nandara, ZBC News, Harare.
We take a quick break. Thereafter, we'll look at business. Stay with us.
The Minister of Defense, Honorable Opachamu Zvipange Mchinguri Kashiri, the Deputy Minister of Defense, Brigadier General Retired Honorable Levi Maihlome, the Secretary for Defense, Comrade Aaron Daniel Tonde Nepera, Commander Defense Forces, General Emmanuel Matatu, Service Chiefs, General and Air Officers, Chief Director, Directors, Senior Officers, Officers, men and women of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces and staff of the Ministry of Defense wish to join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and Commander Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the nation at large in conveying deep-felt condolences to the Chingono family following the untimely passing on of the late national hero, Major General retired Dr. Herbert Chingono. The late Major General Dr. Chingono, a veteran of the liberation struggle and decorated general officer whose Chimurenga name was Swift Chakanyuka, will be remembered as a dedicated cadre who joined the struggle for independence at a tender age. The late national hero operated in the front in areas that include Gandanzara and Wonde Valley. At independence, the late Major General Chingono was attested into the Zimbabwe National Army, where he went on to amass enormous expertise in defense, security, and diplomacy. He rose through the ranks and became Major General, the rank he held at the time of his retirement. We extend profound condolences to his family, the entire Chingono family and friends during this difficult time. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Minister of Defense, guaranteeing peace and stability for the attainment of Vision 2030.
I was hoping just to get in a hello, but Daniel beat me to it. You know what, he caught the dub, but little did the boy know he was about to catch an L.
Dibs!
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Wherever you are, whatever your reason, it's on SuperSport all season long. Reconnect and stay connected to DSTV Compact and get the best football on us.
The Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable D. Garwe, together with Deputy Ministers, Honorable Engineer B. Kabikira and Honorable A.T. Mavunga, the Permanent Secretary, Dr. J. Basera, management and staff, join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, the Chiringa family, and the nation at large, in mourning the passing of Comrade Cosmas Chiringa, a veteran of the liberation struggle. Comrade Chiringa was a distinguished civil servant and national builder, renowned for his unwavering commitment and immense contributions to the liberation of Zimbabwe. Throughout his life, he demonstrated exemplary leadership, patriotism, and selfless service to the people of Zimbabwe, leaving behind a legacy that will continue to inspire future generations. A dedicated cadre, he served the nation with distinction both before and after independence. His diligence and professionalism saw him rise through the ranks to the position of Permanent Secretary for Harare Metropolitan Province. Comrade Chiringa will be fondly remembered for his significant role in the liberation struggle and his decades of exemplary service to the government of Zimbabwe. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
On Friday, the 27th of March, 2026, the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service Masvingo Province proudly hosts the Commissioner General's Goodwill Trust Fund Golf Tournament at the prestigious Masvingo Golf Club. This distinguished event brings together corporate partners, stakeholders, and members of the community for a day of excellence in sport, meaningful networking, and support for a noble cause. The Goodwill Trust Fund plays a vital role in advancing welfare initiatives that positively impact lives within our correctional community. Join us for an inspiring day of unity, purpose, and commitment to service. For more information, contact 776-095-310 or 0772-370-778. See you there.
Thank you for staying with us. We now look at business, where Zimbabwe and India have pledged to elevate trade and investment relations in order to grow their respective economies. Owen Mandova has that report.
Zimbabwe has always been a home to Indian businesses since the pre-colonial times, and the Asian countries' firms continued to invest in Zimbabwe even after independence. The South African Research and Documentation Center, in partnership with the Indian Embassy, this Tuesday hosted government departments and other state entities to establish ways of enhancing these bilateral trade and investment relations.
Zimbabwe relationship are very old, very strong, very friendly and cordial. And now, since the time has been changed, so more than cultural relations, now we are trying to transform these relations in strong and vibrant economic relations. Thankfully, Indian investments in Zimbabwe is increasing, growing, and they are participating in Zimbabwean economy and manufacturing sector and providing employment to almost 15 to 18,000 people directly and indirectly.
The Zimbabwe Investment Development Agency, ZIDA, and the National Venture Capital Company of Zimbabwe are seeing immense opportunities from the India partnership.
We have about 280 investors that have been licensed through ZIDA, and with a total projected investment value of around 3.1 billion. But over the past 5 years, we have seen their interest coming into the mining sector, pharmaceuticals, the services sector, and we are quite keen, especially now that we have recently launched our business knowledge and processing outsourcing services, where India is a big player in that space, and we're looking to leverage as Zimbabwe to see how we can rope in or get investors from India to come and invest into that particular space.
When we work with countries like India, who are already big on innovation, pharmaceuticals and industrialization, and in SME spaces as well, when we work with them, it only makes sense from us to learn from them so that we value add our products here and we stop exporting raw materials.
The South African Research and Documentation Center has conducted a survey that showcased the growing trade and investment volumes between Zimbabwe and India, underpinned by the economic diplomacy mantra being pursued by the Second Republic. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
Well, that's all we had for business. When we come back after the break, Anashe gives us sport.
The Minister of Defense, Honorable Opa Chamu Zvipange Muchinguri-Kashiri, the Deputy Minister of Defense, Brigadier General Retired Honorable Levi Maihlome, the Secretary for Defense, Comrade Aaron Daniel Tonde Nepera, Commander Defense Forces, General Emmanuel Matatu, Service Chiefs, General and Air Officers, Chief Director, Directors, Senior Officers, Officers, men and women of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, and staff of the Ministry of Defense wish to join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the nation at large in conveying deep-felt condolences to the Chiringa family following the untimely passing on of the late national hero, Comrade Cosmas Chiringa. The late Comrade Chiringa was driven by a strong sense of patriotism and contributed to the liberation of the country by joining the liberation struggle in 1976. Upon the attainment of independence in 1980, the late national hero served the nation with distinction and humility. He joined the public service in 1982 and rose through the ranks, serving in several key administrative and leadership positions in local governance that include District Administrator for Makoni, Provincial Administrator for Mashonaland Central, and Secretary for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Harare Metropolitan Province. The late Comrade Chiringa leaves behind a rich legacy of unwavering patriotism, integrity, humility, and distinguished service to the nation. We extend profound condolences to his wife, the entire Chiringa family, and friends during this difficult time. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Ministry of Defense, guaranteeing peace and stability for the attainment of Vision 2030.
The Minister of Local Government and Public Works, Honorable D. Garwe, Deputy Ministers, Honorable Engineer B. Kabikira, and Honorable A.T. Mavunga, the Permanent Secretary, Dr. J. Basera, Management and Staff, join His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, the Chingono family and the nation at large in paying tribute to the late national hero, Major General retired Dr. Chingono, whose Chimurenga name was Swift Chakanyuka. A professional soldier and dependable leader of great distinction, Major General retired Dr. Chingono made significant contributions to shaping the Zimbabwe Defense Forces in its formative years, leaving behind a lasting legacy of excellence within the institution. He was among the young cadres who joined the liberation struggle after enduring injustices under the colonial regime, and he continued to serve his country with dedication even after the attainment of independence. Dr. Chingono will be fondly remembered for his immense contributions to military training and doctrine development at key institutions such as the Zimbabwe Staff College and the Zimbabwe National Defense University. A principled, intelligent, and courageous military strategist, he specialized in artillery and played a pivotal role during the liberation struggle, operating in the Tangwena sector of Gandanzara in Honde Valley. Beyond his military service, he will also be remembered for his efforts in promoting household food security, reflecting his enduring commitment to the welfare and development of communities. His life remains a testament to patriotism, discipline, and selfless service to the nation. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
The Minister of Defense, Honorable Opachamu Zipange Muchinguri Kashiri, the Deputy Minister of Defense, Brigadier General retired Honorable Levi Maihlome, the Secretary for Defense, Comrade Aaron Daniel Tonde Nepera, Commander Defense Forces, General Emmanuel Matatu, Service Chiefs, General and Air Officers, Chief Director, Directors, Senior Officers, Officers, men and women of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces and staff of the Ministry of Defense wish to join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the nation at large in conveying deep-felt condolences to Mupama-Wonde family following the untimely passing on of the late national hero, Comrade Elson Mupama-Wonde. The late Comrade Elson Mupama-Wonde, a veteran of the liberation struggle, whose Chimurenga names were Comrade Durani and Comrade Soft Magarasadza, joined the liberation struggle in 1972 and received military training in Morogoro, Tanzania, before proceeding to the then USSR for specialized training. The late national hero will be remembered by many for his strong sense of patriotism, selflessness, and exemplary service to the nation during and after the struggle. We extend profound condolences to the entire Mupama-Wonde family and friends during this difficult time. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Ministry of Defense, guaranteeing peace and stability for the attainment of Vision 2030.
Welcome to the Sports Corner. Anasha Mrombe is here with the latest in the world of sport. The Sports and Recreation Commission, SRC, has suspended Aquatics officials Onismo Nondova and Zanele Nkomazana for a period of 5 years. Nondova was the president of the Zimbabwe Aquatics Union, which oversees all aquatic sports in the country, while Nkomazana was the chairperson of Swimming Zimbabwe. The suspensions, which take immediate effect, come after a prolonged period of conflict between the two administrators, which was contributed to instability within the sport. In a statement, Acting SRC Director General Peter Mdzimiri said the decision was taken in the national interest and in line with the provisions of the SRC Act. He added that ongoing instability within Zimbabwe Aquatics, particularly in swimming, has had a negative impact on athletes and key stakeholders. The feud between the two officials has been going on for years, with Nkomazana previously suspended after attempting to push for a vote of no confidence against Nondova. The dispute also led to divisions within the sport, with the parallel swimming galas being organized, a situation that further disputed development pathways for athletes. The SRC says the latest decision is meant to restore order and safeguard the future of aquatics in Zimbabwe. Of the Zimbabwe senior men football team, the Warriors were held to a goalless draw by Highlanders in a friendly encounter to honor the Blue-Eyed Giants, who celebrate 100 years this year.
Exhibition match against Highlanders drew a full house, with fans turning out in numbers to celebrate Boso's centenary in a lively atmosphere at Papafield Stadium. With limited time before the Four Nations tournament in Botswana, the match provided an opportunity for the Warriors to test their strength. It was a game of two halves, with Highlanders enjoying the better share of possession in the first half, while the Warriors looked more threatening after the break. Despite the intensity and energy from both sides, goals proved elusive, with the match ending in a goalless draw.
We had a good game. They came here, they were structured, playing with this kind of team is difficult to break down. As you know, that we've been struggling to score goals. And when you're building, you saw today, we're very much comfortable starting from the building up from the back. And I think in that department, we're now solid. We can play from the back comfortable. Now we're moving forward in the final third. That's where we are missing a bit. And football, sometimes when you're building, it's a process. And I'm so happy we're keeping clean sheets.
It was a match, like I said, no problem of two halves. We tried some players. We tried to see how it actually works. We tried a little bit of a different system in a way. Is at the beginning, in a way, it shows you that probably we're a little bit behind with our preparation.
Playing in front of the home fans for the first time, it was a moment to savour for defender Munashe Karanganga.
We wanted to win because, as you know, we're preparing for something important next week, and as of the atmosphere, I'm only very appreciative of it because it's my first time, as I said, to play in Zimbabwe in front of fans. So yeah, it was a good atmosphere and a competitive match.
The Warriors will face host Botswana in the second semi-final at the Four Nations tournament, while Zambia take on Malawi in the first semi-final. The Warriors leave for Francistown this Thursday. Mthokozi Stube, ZBC News.
Zimbabwe's pioneering female professional boxer Monalisa Sibanda is set for a comeback after nearly a year on the sidelines. Sibanda steps back into the boxing ring on the 28th of this month when she faces Marie Joel in a non-title middleweight contest in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Ndakazvibvunza kuti who am I mona ndakazvipindura ngati I'm a champion tataura namuna let's go back to the gym.
Those are the words of a champion as Monalisa Sibanda, Zimbabwe's first professional female boxer, returns to the ring for the first time in an exhibition match. And it's just not any other match. Yes, boxing great Mike Tyson and undefeated Floyd Mayweather will be watching Monalisa Sibanda, who at a peak rose to 8th in the world as she showcases her pugilistic skills.
To me, it was a great opportunity, and zvadziri 4 rounds exhibition. Ndakadzifarira kuti it's a good sparring, hard sparring fight for me for the preparations of the 11th April fight here in Zimbabwe. So I thank God for making me a mentor of many.
After nearly a year out of the ring, the Queen of the Jungle returns to just showcase a career defined by resilience, sacrifice, and selfless. Monalisa Sibanda is back in the ring to fight in the Democratic Republic of Congo on the 28th of March. Lawrence Tusida, ZBC News, Harare.
Harare's iconic Prince Edward School is abuzz with excitement, playing host to the prestigious National Association of Secondary Herds Nash Athletics Nationals, which kicked off this Wednesday.
Over 1,000 young athletes from the country's 10 provinces have descended on the track, driven by dreams of glory and a chance to qualify for the Confederation of School Sports Association for Southern Africa, COSASA Games.
It's very significant. As we are having this competition, we are also selecting the athletes that are going to participate in the Confederation of School Sports Associations of Southern Africa, COSASA Games, that are coming later this year. We have not yet been told where we are going to have those competitions, but we are selecting athletes to participate in the under-17 and under-16 category.
But it's not just about the athletes, as the terraces have been buzzing with cheerleaders, adding color and vibrancy to the competitive atmosphere. These young stars are chasing history with a place in the Coca-Cola 4-minute mile, one of Zimbabwe's most iconic races within reach. Deputy Minister for Primary and Secondary Education, Honorable Angeline Gata, highlighted the importance of sport in education, describing it as a critical pillar in developing well-rounded learners.
Sport in our heritage-based curriculum, it is a very important aspect of the curriculum. We don't take it as a side event. It is included in our curriculum because it does quite a lot to our children, to our education. It gives them skills that they cannot get anywhere else except from sport. These are like teamwork, these are like the resilience. It also teaching them to give them a skill.
The battle for supremacy continues with the final showdown set for Thursday.
That's it from the Sports Corner. Let's take a look at the weather.
A pleasant evening to you, Zimbabwe. I'm Renako Manzira, and welcome to the weather update for tonight. In terms of rainfall, yesterday we had some isolated thunder showers over the country, with our highest falls in Chisengu with 58 millimeters, Mashingo with 26 millimeters, Lupane with 25 millimeters, and Berengwa with 21 millimeters. By this morning, we had cloudy and mild conditions in the southern parts of the country due to a persisting high pressure off the coast of South Africa. Elsewhere in the country, we had mostly sunny and warm conditions with isolated thunder showers in Matebelele North. Remember to stay hydrated as we have a warm week ahead. For our satellite picture, we are capturing mostly partly cloudy conditions with some clearing in the south and a bit of isolated thunder showers in the north. Getting into our minimum temperatures, it should be mild throughout the country, 20 degrees in Kariba and 19 in Chiredzi, though a bit more mild in the central parts of the country. For our maximum temperatures tomorrow, it should be warmer than it was yesterday as those southeasterlies have moved on, with 31 degrees in Chiredzi, 28 in Kariba. And let's get into our detailed forecast for the week. In Bulawayo, we have some partly cloudy conditions for tomorrow with warm daytime temperatures. In Matobo, some briefly cloudy periods as well, although it should be warm throughout the week, becoming a bit hot on the weekend. In Gwanda, warm daytime temperatures as well under clear skies. In Gweru, briefly cloudy periods for tomorrow with mild daytime temperatures, though warmer as the week progresses. In Mashingo, mostly sunny from Friday into the weekend with warm daytime temperatures. In Mutare, should be partly cloudy for Thursday, although becoming less cloudy as the week progresses. In Nyanga, partly cloudy conditions with mild daytime temperatures for most of this week. In Marondera, cloudy conditions for tomorrow, becoming warmer though as the forecast period progresses. In Harare, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions throughout with warm daytime temperatures, especially by the weekend. In Kadoma, warm daytime temperatures throughout the week under partly cloudy skies. In Chinoim, should be a bit cloudy for Thursday and Friday, although warm throughout the week. In Victoria Falls, some cloudy conditions for tomorrow, though warm as well. In Lupane, a 50% chance of showers for Thursday, though partly cloudy and warm. In Bindura, some cloudy conditions for Thursday and Friday, but it should be warm, especially by the weekend. In Kariba, partly cloudy conditions throughout with warm daytime temperatures. This has been our weather update. Thank you for tuning in, and it's back to the main desk.
The weather report concludes the main news for this evening. Thank you for watching. I am Mona Lisa Dube.
And my name is Malvin Matara. Susan Masona was interpreting the bulletin in sign language, not forgetting the entire crew behind the scenes. From us here on the main news, good night.
Commissioner General Dr. Moses Cyril Ngaite Chihovu, Deputy Commissioner Generals, senior officers, and all members of the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service joined the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, His Excellency Comrade Dr. Emerson Dabuzo Mnangagwa, and the Chiringa, Chingono, and Mpamaonde families in mourning the passing on of 3 distinguished national heroes.